Top story, a bitterly contested and at times acrimonious winter session of Parliament has finally ended today amidst mixed signals. This after the contentious G Ram G bill to replace Manrega was finally passed by the Lok Sabha, which debated the bill well past midnight. The opposition walked out. The TMC MPs spent the night outside protesting the repeal of the Manrega Act. The 19-day session has seen several legislations and contentious debates on issues like Vande Mataram, while the opposition wanted one on vote chori. Amidst all of the acrimony, one silver lining, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Congress MP Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and many other MPs attended a customary tea party hosted by Speaker Om Birla, the first time this has happened since the 2024 general elections. Those are some of the issues I raised with the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju. Is the government bulldozing legislation as the opposition claims, or simply following its legislative agenda? Take a look at Rijiju Unplugged. Hello and welcome to this India Today special. An acrimonious winter session of Parliament has come to an end. And the man at the centre of it all, in a way, is our newsmaker of the moment. The Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Kiren Rijiju, joins us. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Rijiju. Have you lost a few grey hairs after that Parliament session? Because by the end, it had turned out to be rather bitter. The Prime Minister said at the outset, I want discussion in Parliament. By the end, what did we see? A bill being passed at midnight, opposition walking out, some of them even tearing the bill. Clearly, it was an acrimonious session, Mr. Rijiju.
Well, it depends on how you look at the Parliament session. If you see the numbers of business we transacted, the bills have been passed, purely from the government's point of view, it's extremely productive session because all those important bills are highly reformative bills.
The opposition is saying you are bulldozing the bills. It's one thing to pass the bills. They are saying Kiren Rijiju and the Treasury benches wanted to bulldoze the bills, that too at the last moment of this session.
Not last moment. Everything was predetermined and we had placed before the Business Advisory Committee. So nothing to hide actually, because the bills are well known. We tabled in the BSc and the opposition did not agree to give time for two bills. They gave time for the other bills. The only thing what I want to make my position very clear is, from government point of view, it's a very productive Parliament session. From the parliamentary democratic point of view, we would have loved if the opposition had conducted themselves in a much better way, and also to take up the discussion on pollution, which was listed on the second last day, which the opposition did not allow.
You are ready for a debate on pollution. You are telling me, because there's a lot of anger that Parliament should be debating real issues, Mr. Rijiju, of the people. One of them being pollution. And the fact is, even though it was listed, eventually there was no debate.
Yes, I'm very upset with the opposition parties.
You're blaming them for it.
And moreover, the opposition party themselves initiated it. They said that they want to have a discussion on pollution, and government immediately agreed. And it was listed in the name of Priyanka Vadra Gandhi. And she was to be the lead speaker. They themselves curtailed her chance to speak. Now, I don't want to draw any political conclusion on that, how the Congress party disrupted Priyanka Gandhi's chance to speak on pollution. The main point is, when the pollution discussion was listed and when the time was already allocated, the whole day we were to debate and discuss on pollution. The Congress party suddenly climbed on the chairs and tables. They disrupted the parliamentary proceedings. Not only that, they came on top of the table of the office and they created ruckus. And that was absolutely uncivilized, undemocratic.
You're saying it was uncivilized, undemocratic. The opposition says the government is being undemocratic because you move these very contentious bills in the last part of the session, whether it is the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission, which will replace Manrega, whether it is the Shanti Bill on nuclear issues. You bring it in at the last stage and you expect the opposition to cooperate. Opposition said send such contentious bills to select committees. You refuse.
Matter.
Their argument is this government is my way or the highway.
First day or second day or last day doesn't matter. How much time you give, that is important.
Why not send it to a select committee for consideration? Why does this government not want to have any legislative oversight of crucial bills?
See, these parliamentary committees are in a way extension of the parliament itself.
Yes.
Parliament also scrutinizes the bill. Same the committee does. Committee can do in a better way because it has more time. That's all. Otherwise, now opposition party wanted 8 hours discussion on the Shanti bills, and they also wanted 8 hours on G Ramji.
Yes.
We said no problem. We can sit throughout the night. We can take up the matter to the next day. It doesn't matter. We were ready. During our time as an opposition, government never used to listen to us. When we asked for 10 hours discussion, they used to give 5. When we asked for 6 hours, they will give 3. Now we are giving them as much as they want.
No, but Mr. Rijiju, since you say what happened when you were in the opposition, the details I have, when Manmohan Singh was in power in the UPA, 65 to 70% of the bills would be sent to select committees for oversight.
This time
now
also
it has
we
come down to 16%, 16%, because you do not want any legislative oversight. You bring in the bill at the last moment, ask them to go through it, debate it and pass it in a hurry. Shouldn't such bills go through proper legislative oversight? These are very crucial bills, as you yourself are admitting. If they are so reformative, why couldn't you wait till the budget session?
We are always open to scrutiny of the bills. Many bills, many matters have gone to the parliamentary committees. This time also we have referred the Higher Education Adhistan Bill to the Joint Parliamentary Committee. We have referred the Market Security Bill to the Parliamentary Standing Committee. In a similar way, last time also we sent many bills to the committees. In future, we will keep sending. The question is, not every bill can be referred to the Parliamentary Committee.
Why can't VGRG, such an important bill that has to do much with rural employment, be referred to a Parliament committee? A nuclear liability bill, which opposition claims reduces suppliers' liability, why not send it to a committee? What is the hurry? What is the immediacy of these bills that you had to push it, that too on the last few days?
No, you have not understood what actually transpired in the Parliament. The time allocated to the opposition party was more than enough. In fact, Congress used all the opportunities to speak on the bill as per the time allocated to them. But the problem is when the ministers started responding, they came down to the well of the house and created ruckus. That is the problem. If you are...
Will you suspend them for this? Those you mentioned just now that some MPs, according to you, climbed up the speaker's chair and tore the bill. Will you suspend those MPs in the budget session? Is that what you're saying? Is there a possibility?
Some of the MPs in the Lok Sabha climbed on the table and disturbed the entire proceedings, and they behaved in a way which is totally undemocratic, which is unseen normally in the parliamentary democracy. They deserve some kind of action. Now, these actions are on the basis of the prescribed rules. Parliament functions through rules and conventions. There are enough conventions, enough rules, which will take care of what kind of action will be taken. I cannot pronounce the nature of action right now, but the ethics committee or whatever speaker feels, correct, it will definitely...
So you're not ruling out the possibility of MPs who, according to you, disrupted the House by climbing on the speaker's podium from being suspended?
Yes, I'm absolutely clear that if you want to disturb the proceedings, you can still stand on your seat and disturb.
Because you remember Arun Jaitley once said obstruction is the legitimate right of a parliamentarian. It's not as if you cannot obstruct parliament. When Arun Jaitley was in the opposition, there was an entire session, you will recall, that was virtually blocked by the opposition on 2G, on coal, on other issues at the time.
You can conveniently quote Arun Jaitley ji, but you have to understand one thing. Physically harming somebody, it's not obstruction. They were coming to the well and they were climbing on the table, disturbing the officers, coming to the side of the ruling party. We don't do that. In fact, during our time, Advani ji used to tell us that we must protest, but don't go to that side.
So what should the opposition do if the government has decided my way or the highway? These bills will be passed in this session. Yes, you can discuss it, but by voice vote I will pass it. As we saw in the previous parliament with the farm laws. What does the opposition do? They are saying we have no voice in parliament. Opposition says government does not want to give them a voice in parliament. No. All bills no amendments are accepted by the government to any of these bills because you have the majority.
The actual problem is people have voted Modi ji and NDA to the power.
Yes.
Rahul Gandhi wants to appoint election commission. He wants to make laws. He wants to do everything. For that, you have to win election. Now, you are in opposition and you want to decide the fate of the nation. It will not happen. You can't insult the mandate of the people. We have got the mandate. We have to serve the nation. Now, for example, when the discussion was taking place on election reforms, Rahul Gandhi was complaining that it is a Prime Minister and Home Minister who form majority. He is alone. And during Congress time, opposition was not even invited. Opposition was not even part of the process of appointment. Here, at least your voice is heard. But if opposition wants to run the government, that will be totally anti-democratic. How can they expect that they will decide the fate of the bill or they will take the course of the nation as per their will? It cannot happen.
Are you blaming therefore Rahul Gandhi, specifically the individual? Are you saying Rahul Gandhi is the one who's responsible for the disruption, not the entire opposition?
See, most of the opposition leaders, I think you are a very senior journalist and you will also understand, there are many political parties, many MPs, even young first-timers who are great orators. They have the ability to perform on the floor of the House. But when the leader of the principal opposition party do not perform himself, do not allow others the opportunity to perform, then who are the losers? It is the opposition MPs who are the loser. That is why I have said in the beginning, from the government point of view, business transaction passing the bills, we are very happy. But we want at the same time, the discussion and debate should be thoroughly done so that the opportunity to scrutinize the bill should be available to every member.
Because I saw something very interesting happen today. There was the Speaker's tea and the Vice Chairman of the Rajya Sabha's tea. And at both those traditional events, the Rajya Sabha Chairman and the Speaker's tea, the opposition leaders actually came for it. They haven't come for it since 18 months. This time they were there, including Priyanka Gandhi, Vadra and Sonia Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi is in Germany. But they were there and I'm told it was held in a very relaxed atmosphere. Are you saying that actually there is possibilities for the opposition and government to talk to each other? The Prime Minister was there, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra was there at the tea, and I'm told it was a very cordial engagement.
Yes, I was there in the first in the Lok Sabha after the session in the chamber of the Lok Sabha Speaker, and then I went to the Rajya Sabha in the chamber of the Chairman. Sonia Gandhi ji was there in the Rajya Sabha Chairman's chamber, and Priyanka Gandhi along with the opposition leaders also joined the Honorable Prime Minister. So the discussion was very cordial because that is basically chai pe charcha after the session. It's a customary.
But it hasn't happened for 18 months. For the first time since June 2024, we've had a proper chai pe charcha involving...
It did happen, but not in a...
Are you saying because way. Rahul Gandhi is in Germany, therefore it was easier for you to deal with Priyanka Gandhi, Vadra and Sonia Gandhi?
One person can spoil the entire atmosphere.
No, you're saying that it is easier for you as a parliamentary affairs minister to deal with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Sonia Gandhi than Rahul Gandhi?
No, see, let me be honest. Priyanka Gandhi is slightly, more pleasant in terms of exchange of views and ideas, and she listens. That is what I have observed.
But you all seem, Rahul Gandhi gets under your skin on the other hand, because he hits you hard. That's why, does he get under your skin?
Hitting hard doesn't make any difference to us because we are bothered about the people's welfare. Who says what is okay, that in politics it happened. What I'm talking is on the softer side, how we should be beyond what happens in the glare of the public or in the floor of the house. There are space where you become quite private and you can converse, talk about something which is beyond politics.
You seem to have found a soft spot in Priyanka Gandhi Vadra.
No, I have no personal, take on anything, but I'm just making an observation what I've seen.
Okay, let's talk about specific issues that were raised. The opposition is angry in the way Mahatma Gandhi's name has been removed from this rural employment scheme. They are saying it's an insult to Mahatma Gandhi. Parties like the Trinamool Congress went on a 12-hour dharna outside Parliament saying you all have insulted Mahatma Gandhi. Is this government going to backtrack on this scheme at some stage, like you backtracked with farm laws? The opposition says they're going to start a nationwide campaign. Will this scheme be rolled back or will remain as it is?
No, you have to understand one thing. If a particular scheme has not done some kind of justice to the people for whom the law has been brought, you must look towards improving the provision or to change or reform. Manrega, because I come from a rural constituency.
Arunachal Pradesh.
Manrega, but it's applicable all over the country. Manrega has not actually lifted the standard of the life of the people. And there are lots of corruption. Rajdeep, please understand. Manrega, in most of the cases, the JCBs are used to dig the hole, dig the soil, earth, removing this and that. There are huge corruption, I'm telling you.
No, but you can strengthen the scheme. Nobody is saying you can not strengthen the scheme. Why did you need to change the name of the scheme?
No, the entire structure has been changed because...
So the name also has to change with the structure?
We need to change the gear to the next level. This is India of 21st century. We won't be doing justice if we leave people to only digging holes. We have to uplift their living standards, take them to the next level.
Yeah, but the opposition says this scheme will ensure that the centre will control the entire scheme. First of all, you want the states to fund 40%, but the centre will decide. Discretionary powers will be with the centre. It will affect the federal setup.
It is not that. It is responsibility shared by both central government and the state governments. You have to understand one thing. This is by far one of the biggest reforms to transform the rural economy, life of the people in rural India.
You will not discriminate between government and opposition ruled states?
Not at all. This is one of the biggest reform express of Narendra Modi ji. Narendra Modi's reform express is not going to stop. It has begun, and this winter session of Parliament has seen some of the biggest reforms, which I can clearly say this is reforms express, which is on the move. It will not stop.
You're calling it reform express. Similarly, the Shanti bill on nuclear...
reform again...
No, you're saying it's reform. The opposition says you are diluting suppliers' liability because you want to attract Donald Trump's attention. And this entire bill has been dictated by America and will help certain cronies of this government.
Let us not go into the opposition rhetorical, those accusations. These are totally unfounded. Do you want nuclear atomic sector to be opened up? Don't you want it to be reformed? Don't you want the huge energy requirement of the nation to be met by clean fuel?
It's interesting you're saying that, because when you were in the opposition in 2010, you all were opposing Manmohan Singh on the civil nuclear
that is
deal.
about the nuclear. How you have surrendered your sovereignty to the United States is different.
No, they are saying you have surrendered your sovereignty today. Where you stand depends on where you sit.
Tell me one provision where we have surrendered our sovereignty.
Suppliers' liability.
Oh, no. See, these are highly legal matter. These are also matter of very sensitive in its nature. We can't easily make some kind of frivolous accusation to dilute the intention of the government. You can't do that. These are extremely serious matter. How do people come and invest? How do you create the right atmosphere for better investment? Okay. You have to attract.
You all spend 10 hours in the Lok Sabha and 10 hours in the Rajya Sabha on Vande Mataram.
Yes.
And made it the... do you believe Vande Mataram was the most important issue to discuss? Shouldn't you have discussed pollution first and then Vande Mataram? Even on sequencing, you got your way.
This year, Vande Mataram attained 150 years.
Yes.
It's not our fault. It has fallen on this year in the month of November. We are discussing in December. This is the year. Next year will be 151.
You could have discussed it at the end and discussed pollution. Why don't you discuss the real issues, the falling rupee, the attack on Red Fort, as I said, pollution again, the real issues of today, instead of discussing something of
I tell you one
150
thing.
years?
I tell you one thing. On the first day, on the that all-party meeting,
Yes.
the Congress party initially suggested that we should discuss on the Delhi bomb blast. After all, after 11 years, there is a major bomb blast in metropolitan cities of India. For last 11 years, no bomb blast in the entire country in the major cities. Secondly, they also placed some of the issues to be discussed. We said we are open to it. We were prepared. Nobody gave the notice. And then they wanted first discussion on the election reforms, including the SIR. We agreed. On the second day, when they requested, I responded positively, and then House started functioning normally. So we wasted 2 days because of their reluctance to change the title of the discussion, because they wanted SIR as
And
a
you
subject.
said electoral reform.
I said larger issue, because SIR is part of the election process.
Right.
So if they had agreed in the day one, we would have not wasted the precious 2 days. After that, we allocated the times for each bill. The education bill, which is the Adhistan one, that they said send it to committee, we referred it to standing committee. Then health suraksha se rashtriya suraksha, we discussed, enough time given. Then we discussed on some other minor bills, agreed. And then Shanti bill on the nuclear issue, we offered 4 hours, they sought 6 hours, we gave them 6 hours, everything was okay. Finally, on the G. Ramji bill, they said 8 hours. We said no problem, we'll discuss 8 hours. And in Rajya Sabha yesterday, they came to me and made a special request that beyond the time allocated, please give extra 25 minutes to Mallikarjun Kharge because he's leader of the opposition. I said fine. Late night around 3 o'clock it will come. Let Kharge come. Let him speak. No problem. We will give extra time. I told the chairman, please allocate the time. Government has no problem. Not only 25 minutes, the chairman gave him 37 minutes. After his speech, when the minister stood up to respond, they came to the well, started tearing the papers, they started shouting slogans. 2 of the lady MPs came towards BJP side. I was jokingly said that they might be interested to join BJP. They came to our side. But however, what I'm saying is, for the amount of time we devoted, it could have ended in a better way if they had not created the ruckus at the end of the day.
It is also true that this government, because it has a majority, wants its way all the time. And therefore the sense is Parliament is being reduced to a rubber stamp or a notice board. Jo main chahta hu wahi hoga.
See, Rajdeep ji, you are mistaking our system with British system or the American system. Ours is a parliamentary democracy where majority of the government are the people who run the government. The majority in the parliament are the government. So, when we have decided something to discuss, definitely we have the confidence in the strength of the government. You must look back to one incident which I will remind you. It's very interesting. 2004, UPA won. Congress had only 145, BJP had 138. Left front had 62 MPs. The UPA one was surviving on left front. On the floor of the house, when Chidambaram was placing budget and the discussion started, the left front, one after another, gave suggestions. Acharya ji, Guru Das Gupta, they all said that you are surviving on our support. Yes. Please listen to our suggestion. And Chidambaram stood up and said, it is still there in record. He said, it is your right, you can give suggestion, but it is up to the government whether to listen or not. Government will do its way. We are not arrogant like that. They treated their allies like that. Here we are ready to listen to the opposition, but if opposition wants that their idea should be enforced, It will not happen.
You know, two more concerns that are expressed at times. One, the Prime Minister doesn't attend Parliament enough.
No.
The British system, the Prime Minister has a particular day when he takes all questions. Our Prime Minister doesn't. In fact, ironically, both the Prime Minister and Rahul Gandhi were away in the last week of Parliament. Should they be there and present?
Don't compare these two trips. Prime Minister was on national duty. Rahul Gandhi was on personal duty. Please don't compare these two.
But should the Prime Minister be not there in Parliament regularly taking questions that would enhance the quality, then force everyone to attend Parliament also more regularly?
The system doesn't permit it.
Why can't we change the system?
Prime Minister is supposed to be there only on the question day related to PMO or any portfolio which is under the Prime Minister. Every day is divided into different ministries. In the British Parliament, there is a Prime Minister's question day. That system.
Why can't we have it in India?
That is a suggestion, but this is not there.
Okay.
Since beginning.
One of the concerns is also the number of days of Parliament. If I look at it, the first Parliament, 135 days on an average per year on Jawaharlal Nehru, someone who we all routinely attack. Now it's down. In the last Parliament session, average was 55. Last Parliament, it was 55 days. Of course, COVID was there. But even now, this session was only 3 weeks. If you had made it a 4-week session, all these concerns could have been met. You could have got all your legislation.
You are seriously mistaken.
I'm seriously mistaken.
See, opposition party, the way they have behaved on the last day, it would not matter if the session was 4 weeks or 5 weeks. They would create ruckus every day.
So how do you overcome this trust deficit then?
Government which is in majority should propose business, bills, other things. Let opposition criticize, give suggestion, but don't force that their will have to be accepted by the government. This cannot happen because in the parliamentary democracy, majority will have to prevail. Minority will not be ignored, but their suggestions will also be heard, and also, if necessary, it will be incorporated. But if the opposition party thinks that their ideas should be incorporated in toto, if their ideas should be included in toto, it cannot happen.
Now, all I'm saying is, could we strengthen the parliamentary committee system, scrutiny system, legislative oversight, wherein outside the glare of the camera, both sides can meet? You have friends on both sides whom you meet. You can meet them in closed doors and discuss these issues. Like you did the Waqf bill, other bills went through a process.
You have just referred to 1 or 2 bills.
Yes.
I have no dispute on that. But for your information, every ministry's budget, every ministry's account and all the matter are subject to the Parliamentary Standing Committee scrutiny. It happens invariably. And they are reported back to Parliament. It happens. You are just confined to a few of the issues which opposition people have raised over the past 2 years. It's not like that. Every standing committee invariably scrutinizes the entire functioning of the government.
Interesting, because in this interview you've also suggested to me that you find it easier to deal with a Priyanka Gandhi Vadra than you do with a Rahul Gandhi. At least that's the impression I'm getting between the lines at the moment.
A slight correction. I'm just making an observation. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is not the leader of Congress party. She's a member, respectable member of the
But you
Congress
want
party.
her attitude to permeate to others also.
Her presentation was more balanced and more kind of acceptable to other members. She doesn't let anything out of hand through her speech. She doesn't create problem through her speech. To that extent, I was quite appreciative.
So what you are saying is mutual respect for each other is the way forward. That if you respect each other, treat each other as adversaries but not as enemies.
We are not enemies. I have stated in the beginning. We are not enemies. We are just rivals.
Kiren Rijiju, for speaking to us after that highly contested session of Parliament. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Kiren Rijiju, taking all the questions. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe. Namaskar.